Wizard of West LA here, and it looks like we are live. This is an experiment of running some software live, and let's see what happens with this. Talk about technology. I am using a program called Ecamm Live. I think you see the logo on that side of the screen somewhere on there. And in your comments, let me know if you have experience with other live programs. Let me know which ones are better, which ones aren't. You know, let me know what else exists. And I've always wanted to try this, doing a live scenario. And what I want to try with this is I'm using Xcode, and Xcode goes through all of these changes. It always has different versions that keep going through. So the one I'm using now, if I go to the screen, actually I can get rid of me on here just to say hi. And I also want to thank you guys, because we're at 4,000 subscribers, and thank you for everything, and it's been great. And I respond to a lot of questions, and I'm happy to talk with everybody. So let's take a look at this real fast. This will be a quick video, and what the project is, it's for iOS. For iPhone, you can use it for iPad, anything you want. This program is just a program which has a box, and you push a button and a word appears in a box like hello world. So let's check that out real fast. So if I go to Xcode, this is Xcode, and you can see it on the screen. It stays on there. There we go. For some reason it doesn't want to click on there, or something got stuck, or maybe the equipment stopped. That's interesting. So this is Xcode 12. Let me try running Xcode again. Let me cancel it. I'm going to run it again. Let me quit Xcode. This never fails. And what I'm going to do is move Xcode over. Let's see. Yes, that switches over. What I'm going to do is, this is Xcode, now you can see it, Xcode 12.2. That's which version this is. Now this keeps changing. The reason why I want to do this is to keep a record of how things are working on here. And this is also a good reference. Just so you know, these things keep changing, and I'm trying to keep track of all this. So let's start this real fast. This is the quick and dirty way to do stuff. It has a lot of shortcuts, and I'm going to show you everything. So you go to File, New, and you open a project. And I am programming in Swift. This is iOS. See if I can zoom it in on here. Yeah, does it zoom in? Let's see. Yeah, it does. There we go. It zooms in. Okay, so you want, this is iOS, and I'm choosing an app for iOS. Let me see if I can zoom it back out. Yeah, so the software does zoom it in and zooms it out. So we go to Next, and we call this Test Boxes. We can just call it Test Boxes. And then what I'm going to do on this, a standard I like using is, we can change this to tests program. Actually, it's good to capitalize the second one so you can actually see it. That actually helps. The one important thing is you want an interface, Storyboard. Okay, don't use Swift IU, that's a different thing. And this isn't Swift. Leave the life cycle, that's fine. And the language is going to be Swift. And I'm taking a lot of defaults here. So I'm going to Next, and I'm just using this regular default for the directory. And once you do that, this is the layout it starts with. To make it run, I usually you can set the iOS version 14.0 works for most of my equipment, so you don't have to run an update. You can change this. I'll show you at the end of the program how you do it. So we have this set up here, and we have two main things we'll be working with. We have the storyboard, and I double click the storyboard, and actually this is a good one to work on. iPhone 11, it's a good size. We can actually see what's going on this one. Now there's a trick to this. We have the storyboard, which is, this is where you start putting everything on here. What we'll do is we'll start creating this. Now here's the thing that got me lost. Before, in the old days, you go to here to get the library, which has the buttons, and this is the same with Android because I program for Android too. This is the same thing. It has the buttons, the text boxes, it has everything on there. This one, it's under View, Show Library. Now we have the labels, the buttons, we have everything on here. And what you do is you drag and drop. So a label, we can drag this here, just right here, doesn't matter. And then if you do the gesture, you could actually even change it in here. But you can double click it, and you can change it to tests boxes, anything you want. You hit enter, and that appears on here. And I can do a gesture to zoom it out. This works. Yeah, I've used this on PC. It's the same thing. It'll work back and forth. So you can use the same gestures. So I can just move this here so you can see it. Okay. So we have this, and you can change it here, and you can also change the size of the font here. But we'll go through that on another video. Like I said, I always wanted to do an iOS video of some programming. We have this. We have to go back to Show Library, and now let's put a button. I'm just going to put a button here. And this time let's change the name of the button right here. And let's call it push test or something, or push to change. Whoops, misspelled it there. We can change it to push to change. There. So we have a button, push to change. You push on it and it changes it. We go back to View and then Show Library. Then go to Text Field. And the nice thing, you can see when things are centered, it gives you these nice little diagrams, these nice little guide arrows. And you can change the size of this. And we can leave that blank. That's okay. Now we have the layout for what we need. You push on this, something is going to appear here. The next place you want to put this code is you want to put the code in the thing called the view controller. So you double click on the view controller, you'll see this. Now there's multiple ways to do this. You can type it in. I'm going to give some space here. I'm going to show you the nice way of doing it, of just dragging things in. There's another trick here I learned. If you click on this little icon here, I think you can see it on here. I zoom it in on there. Oh, it's not zooming in on there. I'm still learning how to use the software. So if we click on here, it's going to show a separate window. This window's highlighted, and this is the window that I'm going to put the storyboard. I'm going to click the storyboard. Okay. let's do it this way. This one I'm going to put, you click on the window, that highlights this, and then you click on this. You click on what you want to show. I'm going to click back on this screen and change that. I'm going to click on Storyboard. There we go. I had it the wrong way. And on this is the hard part about this. You kind of have to move some windows around. To get rid of the side part, click on here. Now you have a little bit more space. This is still a little bit hard to see. Still a lot of differences on this that I'm still figuring out. Like I said, a lot of changes. So what you want to do is you click on that text box, hold the control key down and drag, and you'll see this arrow. And look at this. This is a nice way of coding. You drag it here to the code, let it go, and this is called an outlet. This is, you want to title this thing, and we can call it outbox. So this is now established as an outbox. And we'll get to what this actually does in a little bit. Now let's go back to the button. We're going to do the same thing. Hold the control key, drag it over, and now we have, let's put it here. Let it go. Now instead of an outlet, there's different things. Outlet, this is going to be an action. So when you push on something, like on this, you push on it, you get a character sent to the outbox. So let's, we could put push button. And I take defaults on this. There's different things you can do. We'll go through that on another video. So this is an action. Then you hit connect. Now if I leave it like this, you push it, nothing's going to happen. In between these braces, right in this whole area, is where you put some activity of what you want it to do. And I'm just going to put the code in here. So we're going to say outbox, and sometimes these will appear automatically when you type them. Period text is equal to, and we'll just say hello world. So if you hit outbox, it says hello world. You know what happened here? I did not capitalize B, a box. You can tell because they turn blue if you have the right ones. And believe me, that has happened to me many times. I had the wrong variable and I just look at the color. So that is nice. That when you push it, it will say hello world. I want to add one more button to clear that outbox. So we go back to View, Show Library, and we go back to a button. And you drag the button on here. Oh, there's another thing. The item you want, make sure, and I miss this all the time, click it on here. First, go to the Storyboard. Go to View, Show Library. Now it looks different. If you do the other thing, it won't work. It'll give you a definition of a button, which it never used to do before. It's kind of nice. So we have another button. I'm going to double click it and type clear. And now we're going to make a command. This button clears the text box. So we hold the control key down, drag it across, and make sure to put it under. So we have another action. This is important. And we can put, I'm just going to put clear it. And both of them have capital letters. So let's see what this does. So we have a command now called clear it. And you can tell they're connected with these dots. We'll go, oh, look at this. See, if you touch it here, they turn blue. If you put it here, that one's connected to that one. And this one is connected to this one. That's very, very handy. So you can find out where things go. Now remember, in between the braces, we need a command. So we can put out box. There, it capitalized it. I didn't hit tab. That's what happened. Text is equal to clear. You recognize a lot of this. It's almost the same as the other videos I do, the Python videos. It's almost the same. So now we're ready to run this. So if we hit play, that's the fastest way to do this, is to hit this symbol right here. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can move it up. There we go. If I hit play, and let me see, I may have to do some changes here so you can see what it's doing. It's going to load the simulator. It looks like this is some sort of iPod. It's an iPod Touch or something. Let's see what that does. I'll move it so you can see it. Let me go to the simulator. Here we go. There, you can see it. So it's loading this, and then it's going to load the program. There. Takes a little bit of time on this one for some reason. So we'll let it load. Good news is you can see it. And according to this, we're still running. There we go. Little sideways, but that's okay. We can go through that in another video, how to line them up. Let me zoom, let me do an experiment, because we're running this software. I want to see what this does. There we go, look at that. We can zoom it in, and then I can move this over. Oh yeah, now you can really see it, what it's doing. I'll leave it in the center so you can see it. If I hit push to change, there we go. It prints hello world into the text box. And if I clear it, it's gone. So I'll do it again. I'll do push to change. And it puts something in that box. And then I hit clear, and it erases it. So I would do another video later on how to... It's nice running them on simulators. Let me click this. Let me do an experiment here, how to zoom this out. There we go. There's a little bit of a delay. So that is a simple idea of how to program an iOS. And those are the quick and dirty ways of doing it, of dragging and using the Swift language, which is really nice language. It actually simplified a lot of things. So I just wanted to do an introduction to that. And let me know what you think about live videos. I am running this live. Of course, it does save it, which is good. And then you guys can leave me any sort of comment that you want. And let me know if you're interested in more programs on Xcode. I do a lot of Xcode programming, and I'm going to be doing a lot of the other ones with for Android. That's a lot of fun too. So I will be posting a lot more videos also regarding Python. Python's a lot of fun. So I thought you'd like this, and I'm testing the software. And let me know what you think about, like I said, this one is Ecamm Live. Let me know if you like this package, if you guys ever run anything live, and let me know how the visual was. For example, if I zoom it in and move it around the screen, it looks pretty good. I can zoom it in pretty far, and everybody can see everything. So what I'm happy about is it's not too hard to use. This program's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I hope you had fun, and remember, one of the most important things, as I'm doing with this technology, because this is the same thing, I go through this all the time, learning new software. Remember, keep on learning. And again, thank you for all the subscribers. Thank you so much for all your subscriptions and everything. So I will talk to you guys later, and I will post another video. I will do another live video soon, and I will just do a regular posting. And let me know in the comments if you like live posting. I will talk to you later. Keep on learning.